Okay, this quick explainer video is all about the if statement, which we use to help compare two values. So if we have a value in cell B2, let's say we have 10, and a value in cell B3, let's say we have 15, in cell B4 we want to be able to compare these two. We can compare them by checking whether they're equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. To do that, we use the if function, and we get that through the insert button, this fx, which is available in a number of places, but the easiest and quickest way to get to it is from the toolbar here. So if I click insert function, it then brings me up with a picker, which allows me to find a function that I want. And as it says, I can type a brief description and then click go. So I'm going to type in if, I'm going to click go, and here the if function appears and it tells me what the syntax is. That's the Excel gobbledygook, and it explains what it's going to do. So it checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another if false. So let's now see that in operation. So I'm going to click the OK button, and the first thing it asks me for is a logical test, and because this is in bold here, it means I have to put that in, and it's any value or expression that can be evaluated to true or false. So my logical test is, I'm going to say, is B2 greater than B3? Now at this point it doesn't matter whether that is true or false. Then it asks me for a value if true. Because this isn't in bold, I don't have to put something in there, but I generally do because it just makes a lot more sense. So if B2 is in fact greater than B3, I then want to put, I'm going to put in some text. It could be some text, it could be a formula. I'm going to put in some text. Because I'm putting it in text, it has to be in double quotes. That's the shift and number 2. And I'm going to say B2 is bigger, and close it off with quotes. The value if false, so if B2 isn't greater than B3, then I'm going to say B3 is bigger or equal to. Now I realise that bigger isn't necessarily the most grammatically correct phrase, but it works for me. So I'm going to click OK now, and this tells me that B3 is bigger than or equal to. I suppose I should have had to B2. So what I'm going to do is on the formula bar here, where Excel has kindly put in the formula for me, and each box is separate that we filled in is separated by a comma. So I'm just going to click in between the word to and the quotes, and I'm going to put a space, and then I'm going to say B2. So as it says, B3 is equal, bigger or equal to B2. I'm now going to change the value in B3, and if I make that 5, then my formula automatically changes. I could have had additional formulas in there, and I could have had a second if statement within it that to deal with the fact of if it's equal to, but for this purposes, that's all I'm going to do.